Hey folks, Phoebe here from Atlantic Spas and Billiards. Just want to give you a little recap on your freshwater salt system, how to navigate that control panel and get into your salt system. What you want to do there is hit the water droplet. Different tubs will have a different control panel. On a hot spring high life, which is what we're looking at here, it's actually on the detachable controls that you see. Once you're in your saltwater system control panel, you can easily test the salt levels by pressing the button that says OK. There you'll see it says it's testing the water. Just to recap, this is not testing chlorine, this is testing how much salt is in your hot tub. We use that salt to convert to chlorine. So it's important that we have the right amount of salt in the water. If everything's okay, and I expect it is, there we go, it says okay. So we don't need to do anything today. If for some reason your salt levels were too low or too high, it would actually tell you that on the controls, and you could make that adjustment. The next button over is going to show us on a scale of 0 to 10, how much salt do we need to be converted into sanitizer. So whether you're on a 0 or a 10, this directly relates to how much chlorine is being generated by your saltwater system. 0 meaning the system's offline, it's not making any chlorine. Going up to 1 being a low setting. Might be good to do that if you're going on vacation or in a time that you're just not active using the spa. For most spa users, with 3 to 4 times a week being average use, we might want to keep our levels on a 4 to 5 person tub somewhere between a 6 and a 9. Here in the store, we usually keep ours about a 6 to an 8, depending on frequency of use. That's something you can play around with, and it may be different for every user, and different times of year that may change. So that's important that you keep that up to date. If you don't change that on a weekly basis, the indicator light on the front of the spa, that little green light on the very top of the hot spring icon, that will actually flash at you. After 10 days of no activity on the control panel, it will flash that indicator light, reminding you that it's time to reevaluate your salt system and make adjustments as needed. The next button you're going to see here is a boost cycle. If we want to run a boost cycle, we just hit that button next to the little, I call it a rocket ship. And there we see our system is now doing a 24-hour boost. Kind of like a 24-hour supercharge on the water, so it's great to use after friends and neighbors come over, or you have extreme use on your hot tub over the weekend. A boost cycle is a 24-hour constant chlorine production mode. It will automatically cut itself off after 24 hours, so you don't have to come back and turn it off. It'll automatically do that for you. The last button here is how to replace your salt cartridge. We don't need to press this button during normal use, but once every 4 months, it is time to replace that cartridge. On this spa, our salt cartridge lives inside of this knob here, and we would take that off, pull that off, and then when we're ready to replace the salt cartridge, proceed through the prompts on the screen. It'll literally walk you through every single step. It'll even give you a visual aid on how to remove the salt cartridge. You'll come over and you'll actually just pull that straight out. That's what your salt cell looks like. When you put the new one in, you're going to put it right back in the way you took it out. You're going to feel it's going to kind of catch, and then you press and release, closing it shut. Now you notice on the screen it says it's okay to turn the pumps back on. We'll just hit the OK button. It'll restart the salt system with the new cartridge in. You can go ahead and close up the cap, and it'll automatically bring you right back to your saltwater control screen. So you generally want to make a reminder to change that salt cartridge about every 3 to 4 months depending on use. So just to recap, you have your saltwater test button, your system output level, your boost cycle, and your replace cartridge button. And reminder, if you don't have any interaction with your control pad on your spa in about 10 days, it will flash that indicator light at you, which is totally normal. If you have any questions about how to use your saltwater system, please call your salesperson. We're absolutely here to help with support anytime you need. Thanks so much.